Greetings.
Hello.
Are we live? I think we're live. Hi, everybody. We're back. Took a couple days off there because, climate change.
Casual natural disasters in Texas that we're not handling well.
But we're happy to be back. We spent the entire last 3 days straight.
Did you post this in the Discord?
Yeah. Playing Valheim. It's a new cool Viking survival game.
Every second that we could, we did play this game.
That's pretty much all we did the entire time. So we were just going to show it to you guys because we think it's cool. We'll probably make a sketch about it soon. And we're enjoying playing it. It's very well polished.
Did
it's
you
a good
post
game.
this on Twitter?
No, I didn't.
Post on Twitter.
Okay.
It was for funsies. I had half a cup of caffeinated coffee this morning, so my heart rate is at a steady 97 beats per minute, and I feel like I haven't eaten in days, and the panic is setting in. Is this anybody else's experience?
It happens.
Wandering Wig Malaria's here! That's always nice. She got a van. Van life.
She got a van? Oh, that's cool.
Living our dreams. Can't believe it. I'm Mick Spooge. No. Says, typical, I went to the bathroom and you started and Ricky and Ian did that earlier. I'm sorry. But to be fair, the stream couldn't have started unless you left, so really, you're the reason that this is happening for everyone else. The hero of tonight. Mic in the right place, maybe a tad on the quiet end.
It should be what it has been.
Switch.
It's on 2, which has been the best one so far. Now it's on setting 3. Let me know if this sounds better to everybody. This might sound more like what it has been sounding like. I can't remember which setting I used for which thing.
E. Klein says, I played over 70 hours since I got it last week. How far have y'all gotten?
We are still in like the Bronze Age. No spoilers. We're trying to figure out stuff on our own.
No spoilers. We're not even Googling.
I mean, it's not
shit.
like a story or anything. We're having a really fun time like figuring out like recipes and stuff on our own. We have like normally we've been playing on our own computers and stuff. But for this, we want to be able to talk to chat. So we're really just going to kind of show you what we've done so far.
Doug says, the sink in the garage bathroom that I didn't know I had just burst like 30 minutes ago. I'm so sorry.
The garage bathroom I didn't know I had.
Now I'm worried about every pipe we didn't leave running.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been trying to stay on top. We have been extremely lucky. For anybody who's been worried about us specifically, me and Allison have been extremely lucky.
Not
the house that we are in, we're pretty sure the reason is we are close enough to a fire station that our section of the power grid is being kept on. So our power has stayed on, our water has stayed on.
Right.
But no one else has been quite as lucky. Matt lost power, and he's been staying at a friend's house who has also lost power. Ian and Ricky and John and everybody in San Antonio have had their power go on and off because San Antonio loses power if it rains a little bit. And Ethan is completely without power and is actually coming here right now.
Maybe you can join stream.
To come stay with us. I don't know if he'll show up while we're streaming or not, but he's gonna have to stay with he's gonna have to have a mask on and stay in the room downstairs. But it's really frustrating. Like, if COVID wasn't happening, we have we would be able to help so many more people.
Everyone could stay in our house.
We have a bed right over there. We have one downstairs. There's, like, an extra
room in here.
This
we have
would
3
work.
air mattresses between the 3 of us, between my mom, my brother, and me.
Yeah.
But y'all all carry them germs. Show your belt.
It sucks. Can I turn this down? Can I tilt this down a little bit more, or is that a no?
My hideous body. No, of course you can. Oh, yeah, you can.
We're just kind of... Our heads are sort of floating in the middle of the frame there.
That's the worst.
Bill says, with enough whiskey, any surface is a bed. There you go. That's the spirit.
Alright, Bill.
Sounds like an experienced man.
Well, there's one comment that I wanted to see.
My garage does indeed have a bathroom. I had no idea until an hour ago. You didn't know? So the whole bathroom was a mystery?
That's kind of amazing. Let's see. I thought there was something. Okay, maybe I read them all. Okay. Alright, never mind. We're good.
It's wild here. Texas is...
My mom's pipe did freeze on the first day.
We did have that.
And she panicked because she swore it was going to burst, like she could feel it in her gut. So she took a space heater. First, she took a hairdryer. And then a series of other DIY things.
Just to like the outside of the wall, right? That's
yeah,
because
her bathroom goes straight outside.
Yeah.
Then she took a space heater and left it on for like 8 hours till eventually it heated up and she could start that pipe.
Yeah.
She was so upset. She was so mad because she just did all the stuff on the... I can't get over how pointy my ear looks today.
Jordan says, wait, just Ian or Ian and Rachel? Ethan. The other one.
Rip.
Long hair, deep voice man.
This is gonna make my stomach hurt from all this cantaloupe. Taking our roots back to the original OK Rob, I have a bag of random snacks that I'm gonna try. See if I like any of them because I got them for the first time we went to the grocery store in like a week. We ventured
to the grocery store. It took, it was the one like basically across the street. Took a few minutes to get there because we had to drive at like 10 miles an hour, and it was full. And the thing I didn't expect was like trying to drag a loaded down grocery cart through like half a foot of snow to the car.
There's a lot of people who are doing the whole like, oh, Texas can't handle 3 inches of snow, and well, you wouldn't make it in the Northeast or whatever. But I lived in the Northeast for a year, and the situation is not comparable. If only because Texas's infrastructure makes this a natural disaster versus when it snows for 3 inches in Rhode Island.
Yeah, the North is equipped because it happens there.
Well, they also like...
We don't have the things that you would use to combat this and make living a normal life in it feasible. Like, our roads are still covered in snow.
Right.
Because if you're in the North, the city has machines ready to go to like
it's like living in a building of bricks and looking at someone who lives in a building of sticks and being like, haha, you can't handle wind. See, it's stupid. Like Rhode Island, when I lived in Rhode Island, if the snow like melted and then froze and then there was ice on the road, they salted it. We don't have that. There's no, it's just ice. We just have ice roads. Like it's not a comparable thing. You would also die down here if you I think you'd be worse off if you lived in a place with snow and it came to Texas and tried to maneuver through this situation, because you would think that we had everything prepared like you did confident. Up there.
You'd be like, I can do this.
You'd be the first to end up in that 76 car pileup, I swear to God.
You'd be like Egyptians looking at...
You'd be the first one there because you thought it was going to be safe, but it just ain't.
Ancient Egyptians looking at teepee is like, what? You can't weather the sands of time for 2,000 years?
Alright. That was my rant. Ian McSpooge says... Do you gotta? He says, my GF shower flooded during our cold snap. Called a plumber who decided to blowtorch the pipes. Problem was, he was at the wrong end of the house. Like, he just blowtorched different pipes. Wow.
All right. Ursa Polaris asks, why did it snow? What's going on with the weather to cause? I don't know. Why are you asking us that question?
No, I do know this. It's called a polar vortex.
Oh, no, you did see that TikTok recently.
She's a climate scientist.
Oh, well, then definitely why are you asking us? We should be asking you that question. Why did it snow?
No, not happened? Her. The person on TikTok is a climate scientist.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyway, these are my first snacks. They're bad.
You didn't actually say what it was. What was happening?
What? About what?
You said you had an explanation, but you didn't say what the explanation was.
Oh, the polar vortex is basically a bunch of wind that keeps all the... I mean, like, really, really dumb version. It's a bunch of wind that keeps all of the cold air up north. Kind of just, like, spiraling and making sure that it exists at the right time of year for the places that get cold weather. But it's been worn down through climate change. So that basically, like, the atmosphere, whatever you call it, that keeps it up north... has kind of eroded away over time, causing it to have, like, these sort of spikes where it dips down south. Yeah. Which is what we're dealing with now.
Basically just went all wibbly because of, I guess pumping carbon into the atmosphere, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There was a...
Wait, I want to see some... I went on an angry rant. I need to see the responses. Let's see. Oh, also February is the coldest month in Texas. Like, just
yeah, that's true.
All
Anytime
the time.
We have had, like, ice storms, it's been in February. It just kind of happens occasionally, but not to this extent. Like, we've had, like, freeze days before where it's, like, it froze overnight and there was some ice and then it melts the second the sun comes up.
Right.
And we've had, like, occasional... This is the first time in my entire life it has snowed twice in the same year, and that the snow has stuck around after it snowed.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was McSpooge made a case for his username, and I apologize for my attacks on it earlier. What did you just say?
Oh, I don't know. Chance also wrote Jetstreams Go Burr as an explanation, which I've never understood the Go Burr meme, but I feel you in this case.
Game Master says, Allison, I'm here. Hello, you called me to be here, so I'm here. Game Master was very worried about us in the Discord, so I told.
We are okay. Thank you for your concern.
I told them to come and check in on us. Thank you. We're doing okay. Alive.
Patient asked, did your power go out? No, yeah, our power here in this house didn't go out at all.
No.
I mean, just asking, we're playing with Matt. We're not right now. We do have a server with Matt, but Matt's power is out, so he will not be able to join.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, should we show the game?
Let's do it.
Okay. So if anybody hasn't played this yet, this is called Valheim. Oh no, it's not prepared.
What does that mean?
It's not
How'd you ruin
prepared.
This? Kyle.
I forgot to prepare it.
I do have bad snacks that I will be eating and reviewing on stream.
Okay. There we go. There it is.
we're in the top. We don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. This whole thing is an ugly mess.
Everybody who has to go goodbye. There's
Bye,
people
everybody.
who said they couldn't stay. Not everybody.
Thanks for tuning in.
Stop it.
What?
Can we talk about the Bo Burnham energy that Kyle is bringing to my life? I absolutely love it. The short, messy, bedhead and the glasses and just the general vibe.
I'm hoping
Absolutely obsessed.
that, COVID, what am I trying to say? The messy appearance that comes from COVID combined with the messy appearance that comes from a blizzard, instead of just making me look entirely homeless, make some weird new messy hot thing instead.
I can see it.
But it probably won't, and I will just look like a mess.
You've always been messy hot though. Always. But I'm look at all this fancy shit you're doing.
It's mostly just my hair. If I could just get a decent haircut, I would look much better.
Anyway, I'm trying these organic kale chips. They're mango habanero.
Wow.
They smell like Play-Doh. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Didn't that just awaken something?
I don't like that.
This is what they look like.
GB says he can't stick around today either. Too many people can't hear. Oh, where you are. Okay. That's okay. Thanks for saying hi. It's good to see you.
I don't know about this.
And Bella says cutting short is the easiest. Yeah, that's kind of why I did it. But then it's at the weird stage where it's not quite short enough, but also not quite long enough.
I'm not brave enough to eat one of these. Eat one.
I don't want to.
Eat one. Eat one and tell me if I can eat it. Tell me if it's spicy.
It's a kale chip.
You eat kale and spinach all the time.
I eat them embedded in other
That's
things.
too
Also,
big.
spinach is not kale.
They taste the same. That's too
They don't taste the same.
Does it taste like kale?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it tastes like some spices that they have on it. It's not inedible, but there is no net positive from eating this.
Well, it doesn't cost you any. 130 calories! What? Oh, it's only 260 for the whole bag, so,
I mean, if it's kale, calories don't really matter at that point.
No, it sucks. No,
Yeah. Anyway. We have, Valheim. Valheim is a cool new game. Look at the game. It's a pretty indie kind of game, but seems to be gaining a lot of traction right now. Matt found it and introduced us to it, and we've been having a lot of fun just figuring it out within the game and not looking anything up. And it's just really polished for an
just
early
play the
release game.
Just play the game. Don't
I
sell it to
want
them.
to review it.
No, don't sell it to them.
Why not? I want to sell it to them. Go buy it. It's $20 on Steam right now. Very reasonable price.
Here we go.
I have a
Pea chips.
copy of my world, so I can do whatever, and we can.
These have to be good, right? They're peas. I hate peas.
But I've played a lot of early access survival games, and this one seems to have learned from all of them, and really like all the stuff that feels like it doesn't quite work in the other games just kind of does in this one. They've got a really clever stamina system that uses all your different abilities draw from the same stamina bar, and it just works really well.
Sorry.
The building mechanics are really good. Everything just snaps into place the way that you kind of think it should, but it also uses physics, so you have to use cross beams and stuff to keep things from falling over. The progression is really nice. It's just very fun. It all feels it all makes sense. I think that's what it was. Like that's the thing we said most often is like we would run into something and we'd be like, oh, this works the way it does in real life.
This is all the satisfaction of Minecraft and all the like cool, exciting features of Skyrim in one game.
You start with like literally nothing. So we built this village. We found the village. Oh, there's some dudes coming. We found a rundown village already pre-built that was like 4 buildings and like some strawberry bushes, and then we took it and refurbished it.
So the game just says the forest is moving, which means all of the bad guys from the forest are coming out to try to attack us.
But Allison was very smart and built this entire wall around the area we were going to build on first, so they usually just get bored and leave. I'm going to go make sure the wall's holding up down here, though, because this is the way they usually go.
Right, sometimes they swim, which feels like cheating, because we can barely swim. But they have all this energy to swim.
Seems fine. Yeah, that's right. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's spikes. We can also we should make some of those defense spikes and put them outside, too.
We should.
It's also, my current video idea is just a spiritual successor to Minecraft is Intense, but with this game, because everything in this game is so unnecessarily, like, extreme and, like, what is the word? Not violent, because there's not like gore or blood. It's just, like, there's so much force behind every action.
True.
Like, you swing your hammer to fix something, and it's just, like, this visceral, like, crunch noise that happens every single time.
Are you gonna know when Ethan gets here?
I told him to text me when he gets here.
Is your phone on?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Discord too. And like you can, like if you like over here on these sloped roofs, if you sprint near the roof, you just do this like superhero run, and like the whole world shakes. Oh, look who's here! Look who has arrived. I don't have my spear.
Uh-oh, that's a big one. That's a Grey Dwarf.
Nah.
Oh, well, that wasn't a problem, was it? It's very fun. There's a game I played forever ago. Never mind, I shouldn't have brought it up because I can't remember the name of it. Please ignore that I said anything. There's just a series of comments in chat that just goes, what? Graphic? Aggressive?
Aggressive.
Hefty?
Aggressive is the word. Everything is so aggressive. Which makes sense. It's a Viking game. Everything is Viking, you know? It's like everything is angry. And I just think it would be a great... Usually my best video ideas start with like one shot, and I'm like, that's the tone of the video. And my current shot for this one is a Viking man with a full beard, just like on fire, and going, yes, the warmth.
That is definitely a pretty accurate description of
Because it happens all the time. You're in here and you're supposed to get warm with a fire, and you kind of get a little bit too close, and then you're just on fire, but it's chill because you're a Viking.
Look, you are warm. See that little fire symbol at the top right? That means you're warm. Because you could be cold. And that affects your stamina and stuff.
Progressing... oh, go ahead.
I will say the biggest sell of this game, not having to do with what the game actually is or does, everything that the game does do, it's the best version I've seen of that thing.
Yeah, I agree.
It has, like, architecture, building, different elements of, like, creating structures and home bases. One of the best I've seen in general. Satisfying, you can build a lot with it, and there's only, like, 10 different types of pieces, and you can build all kinds of stuff. Then there's like the hunting gathering part, extremely satisfying. Then there's like the crafting mining stuff, also really well done. And this game has sailing, which is super exciting.
Some of the best sailing I've ever seen in a game, actually.
I think that's kind of why this game is exceeding so much, is it's some of the best blank of anything that's existed in a game.
And
it also has an ongoing storyline that you can do in your own time, but nobody ever gets
Right.
around to because they're busy building bases.
Well, but it's built into the progression. Like, you have
Right.
to hit different milestones to then unlock, like, the next age. So, like, we've just now entered the Bronze Age, in that we have 2 bronze axes. Getting bronze, so far, is very hard, and we're trying to figure out how to streamline creating bronze so that we can move on to the next part.
I make Spooge says, light a fire, keep a man warm for a night. Light a man on fire, he'll be warm for the rest of his life. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We have played multiplayer. That civilization is actually a combination of me, Kyle, my mother,
Right.
Ethan, and... Was that it?
Sweet! That was one hit and he was down. We also just made bows, like good bows for the first time, so I'm still learning them. But yeah, I think that's the whole group so far.
I think any game that lets you create a weapon and you kill something and it's satisfying enough for you to be like, awesome, I did it.
Yeah. Oh, hunting is also weirdly fun in this game. I'm not like a hunting guy in games or in real life, but it's so fun here.
It is really fun.
It's like really satisfying. The deer will hear you coming from a distance, so you gotta be real careful to look out for them, be sneaky, and then also be able to aim your weapon at them. Hey, there's one.
Chance says, is the Wind Waker good sailing? Yes. Some of the best boat anything in games.
But I will say, this does not feel anything like Wind Waker. This feels more like realistic sailing. Wind Waker feels like stylized Nintendo sailing and is done very well.
I would say this is second best sailing I've seen outside of Wind Waker.
If you want it to feel more chaotic and like real life, I would say this one's a little bit better.
We should get paid for this fucking advertisement. Fucking kidding me?
I mean, at least by making, at least for making the sketch.
We are gonna make the sketch.
I'm gonna make this. I've contacted them already, not for payment, but just to ask if there's anything we can like help promote with the video, because I just like establishing relationships with like indie developers.
Doug, the man with the mysterious bathroom, says, I'm back. We've got the water turned off. We're not going to be able to get it till tomorrow. Also, I'm playing Valheim at the same time.
Make that your new username.
What?
Doug, the man with the mysterious bathroom. Have I been able to recover some of my arrows? That's the only thing, is I think the arrows get used up entirely once you shoot them.
Dweeb Bandit says, how can hunting feel any better than catching man-eating fish with rockets in Far Cry? Not familiar, unfortunately.
I'm not familiar, but it probably isn't. That sounds like the best.
You gonna get it? Damn!
This is a game changer right here. Normally I've been throwing spears. Those are hard. Nice.
I'm not that good at that. You didn't make me a bow.
I did. You have it.
Alright.
You picked it up at the end of the last game.
Not in the game.
Unfortunately, nothing I do today is going to be saved. Well, you know, I guess if I end up doing something particularly impressive, I'll re-give you the game files.
A lot of the stuff that's like similar to Minecraft is obviously the building, the hunting, the foraging.
I should build something so they can see that
But another
part.
really great thing about this game is there's different biomes, which is really exciting.
Yeah, but they're really different. It's like, this is like normal that we're in now, and then there's like dark forest, which is filled with spooky things that will kill you. And then there's the mountain.
Black Forest.
Black Forest. There's also the mountain, which we currently cannot enter because we start freezing to death.
And then the ocean.
Right. And then the actual ocean.
And what's weird is, like, we've played this game for hours, and it's mostly just, like, you know, barely scraping by on, like, campfires and tents. But you can get gold coins, which means at some point there is some type of currency or trade that exists within the game.
Ethan pointed out that it may have also just been put in there so that like players can use it with each other. I don't know why it's in there yet.
No,
we haven't
I don't
seen a
think
reason.
so.
It could be also just a placeholder. Like it could be in there for a future reason. Like it's just already there, but maybe it's like something they're planning on adding.
E. Klein says, I enjoy Valheim because it feels like a mix of the best part of a bunch of games from my childhood. Mood.
Yeah. Another thing I really like, so that they have all these.
Scotticus Maximus says, what's the stone circle thing you just went past?
The one outside, like the hinge.
Mm-hmm.
That was an altar. That's where we summoned. So there's like 5 bosses in the game, and the first one is like a giant hell deer, and we summoned it from this one and beat it, and we got its antlers.
A giant what deer?
Hell deer.
Hell deer. Okay.
We got it. We used its antlers to make our first pickaxes, and that's what led us into like the being able to mine stuff to make bronze. I'm assuming we probably need like to be completely kitted out in bronze gear before we can then go fight the next one. And it takes a while. We've gone through like 40 in-game days so far. We also have the this is bee house because there once were bees here. They hurt us a lot. This is the new bee house. I built the house just for the bees. They are now happy.
And now what is the bee house for?
The bees are happy. Now the bee house is just like an Airbnb. Get it? It's for guests. The way these work was really cool too. So you need a roof, you need a bed, you need a fire to keep warm at night to sleep. But you also have to have ventilation or you choke on smoke and die.
Your energy for this game is contagious, and I love it.
So if you light the fire, it will actually start filling the house with smoke. But one really cool thing is the smoke will actually like path up and out of the ventilation you set up. So we can actually build these chimneys, and the smoke comes out of the chimney like realistically. But if you don't do that, it will like collect at the top of the building and then slowly fill the whole thing up until you're choking.
Empyrean Warrior says, could you progress to AK-47s? What is the tech limit?
I don't know.
To be honest, I wouldn't put it past... I need to move this. I wouldn't put it past... Oh no, now you're out. I wouldn't put it past the people who made this game to do that, because the boat we have is a level 2 boat.
Yeah, this is like the step up from raft boat, and we still have 4 out of 5 like bosses to go in the game, which I'm using to sort of segment it.
One of the few spoilers I do know is that you can get a full Viking ship.
I assume that's the case. I assume it'll go up to like full like Viking ship with oars and everything. Spooge says it's actually amazing. I've never seen any game bother with that. That's kind of been like the motto of this game so far. It's been like, I've never seen any game bother with this. But it's amazing that they did it. It's also weird that like the lighting conditions are super cool. The graphics are pretty simple. Like if you zoom in real close, it's like the textures are like, 30 pixels across, but they clearly prioritized atmosphere and making sure everything worked well first, and it really pays off. Because you don't need the graphics to be real great. Like they've been fine, like it's not something I noticed after I first started the game that the graphics were like kind of low res.
Yeah. This is the house I built.
Yeah.
It looked like a chicken coop, and then Kyle fixed it. Now it looks like a combination chicken coop and, like, cabana.
Yeah.
So,
The roofs are kind of... It's interesting building, because, like, you do have to keep physics in mind, but it also doesn't do all the weird glitchy stuff that, like, I remember, like, Rust or any sort of the older kind of survivalist building games work. I'm going to sleep the night away, and then I'll just start building something so you guys can see what it looks like. I
turned the microphone away so you couldn't just hear me crunching on chips.
Oh, okay. We've been having trouble finding music to play while we're playing the game, so we've just instead been listening to the Eurovision Song Contest soundtrack. So that's just stuck in my head now.
Oh, right. We love Eurovision. One of our favorite movies.
The movie.
Empyrean Warrior asks, is the world tree in the sky?
Yes. I always forget that it's there, and then I look up and there's this gigantic crisscrossing tree. I think the plot line is that you were like a Viking soldier of Odin or something, and then you got you sent down to Earth for some reason because it's the plot of Thor, I guess, kind of.
We have no idea, actually, to be completely honest.
You got sent to Earth because you were to be like tested or punished or something, and you're trying to work your way back into Odin's favor by like.
How do you know that?
Because it says that at the beginning of the game. There's like the Star Wars text scroll that goes by.
Oh, I didn't read it.
Let's see. I'll go outside the gate to start building a thing. Do I have any wood? Not as much. I'll get some.
We should definitely show them the different biomes while we can.
So you literally start with like your hands, and you have to just start building like a club, an axe, and a hammer are your first.
Oh, it's a huge world, by the way. Show them the map.
Oh yeah, it's massive.
So this is what we've discovered.
That's my bed, and then this is what we've got.
What we've got, and then this is how much we could
And then this is the whole map. What the hell is the Elder? Where did that come from?
That's our next thing.
Oh.
That's our next sacrifice thing.
That's so far.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You sure that's our next sacrifice?
Yeah.
I also realized that, so this is where you spawn, and there's like, you hang your trophies from each defeated boss there.
Oh my god, you've discovered so much less than I have.
That's because you spent a whole bunch of your time just running around.
True. It's very important to do.
And it's really great because like it's been really fun like figuring out solutions to things because we have our copper shack down here, and that's like a day's travel to get down there just to be near our mines. But the copper is like rocks; it's too heavy to carry places. So what we ended up having to do was we figured out you can build a cart. And so Ethan came in and I just yoked Ethan up to this cart and had him drag it through the woods and then loaded the cart up with all the ore that we couldn't bring back so we could bring it all back in one go.
That's another thing in the game's favor, which is at some point you go, I wonder if they have this to solve this problem. And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Like every time you're like, man, I need a way to do this. They're like, we made that. You just didn't know it because you hadn't made it far enough in the game. But truly it's like, you are rewarded with the progression of just basic civilization stuff. So it's interesting because it's like, okay, now I have to mine. I'm in the Bronze Age. And you're like, oh, this is all very heavy. How do I bring it back? Well, now you've learned how to make wagons.
Right.
So
cutting down... Everything is just really satisfying and works the way you think it should. Like, even cutting down trees works. Don't stand under the trees. You'll probably die. It's a sad way to go.
The trees do kill you sometimes.
And if you do it right, they'll also knock down other trees, and you can just, like, get a few in one go, which is cool.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm keeping my eye
Okay.
on them.
And then these give you, like, a little bit of wood. You start off just hitting those with your hands.
Yeah, it's really weird because, like, I'm always confused at how they made this game with 4 pixels, but it looks so good.
It's because you start looking past. I think they clearly did a lot of thought and research on the game and used a lot of other things as reference, and they realized, looking at like Minecraft or something, that you can really easily look past like texture definition. You know.
Also, big plus. Oh, Kyle. Big plus of this game is that it's $20, which is extremely cheap.
It is like right on
And
my
it
line
takes-
of.
It takes about 30 seconds to download.
Oh, yeah,
and it's like
it's-
half a gig.
It's so small.
It's so small.
I can't believe, like, on my laptop, my kind of, like, just okay laptop on Wi-Fi, it will download in, like, like a minute.
Just Jen says, shoot, I had a word for you the other day, Allison. I'm so dead today that I can't remember it. She was at school all day.
Oh.
I'm so sorry you had to do that. I can't remember. Are you in Texas? Doesn't matter.
Not if she was at school.
Did they cancel school?
That you can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a
yeah.
good point. I mean, people are still trying.
Right, but not because they're being asked to.
Yeah.
Like, your mom didn't even technically have to go into work today.
You asked that like it was crazy. Like, I'm like, are people still being forced to go to school in a snowstorm? But like a pandemic happened and they were like, well,
True.
sign your kids up to die.
But
Teachers, we don't need them.
Pandemic is invisible, so it doesn't exist as much.
Pandemic is invisible.
Oh yeah, so the way the stamina bar works too, you can see it down here, and every action uses it, but the more you do that action, the stronger you get in it, so the less it takes it down each time. So like swinging something takes it down, sprinting takes it down, jumping takes it down, swimming does, but then practicing each thing like takes it down less and less.
If you eat some damn food, you could get more stamina.
And if you eat food, you get more stamina, so you actually just have food like in your stomach basically, and if you eat a variety, you get more stamina. You can't really see it; it's down in the corner at the moment. That's covered up, but
Okay.
but my stamina bar got longer there, so now it's longer, and I've been, I'm a master sprinter, so I
Oh, you're
can
gonna
go
build
for
something.
ages.
Oh, you're getting wood.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But it also makes it kind of realistic, because then you like full on sprint up to somebody ready to hit them, and then you get there and you're like, just a second. And then like you haven't, you don't swim, and you get like real strong, and you jump in the water like, haha, I can do this, and you're like, oh wait, I don't know how to swim, and then you drown.
You should make gameplay videos. You're entertaining as fuck.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm not usually. I don't know where this is.
Not usually
I don't know where this is coming from.
Again, your enthusiasm is contagious.
Yeah. Well, if I really like a game, I guess I could be entertaining about it. I just don't play games enough or like them enough. This is a good game though.
This is a great game. I'm so game picky, dude. I hate most games because they don't meet my qualifications. Wow, I sound like the most pretentious asshole. I really just don't like games. Like, people talk about, like,
oh, Matt's
gaming.
here. Crap. Who told Matt?
Oh, God. Now he's gonna get on to me. But, I play a lot of games, and I would say, like, most of them suck.
Where's my wood?
This one's good, though. Highly recommend.
Oh, I need a workbench, right?
Matt, how the fuck did you find internet?
Yeah, what are you even doing
You
here?
can't fool me. You've been inaccessible for the last 3 days. Dead in the snow.
You introduced this game to us, and then what? We're just supposed to not play it.
Matt says I will never recover from this.
So you need to be in the vicinity of a workbench to build anything. You can see the dotted line way out there.
That's probably the dumbest thing about the game.
I think it kind of makes sense. It's like you gotta have your
Fucking
tools nearby.
stupid.
It could maybe be adjusted. It doesn't bother me that much.
You have more shit than me. What's that hut thing?
Which thing?
That thing, a hut.
It's a beehive. It's because I picked up a bee.
Oh.
If you pick up, so you don't get the recipes until you pick stuff up either. So when you
Right.
first start, it looks like there's nothing to do. But the more resources you get, the more like things you learn.
Jen says if I wasn't so tired, I'd have a full rant. If you want, I can rant about it for you.
And let's see. I'll just start with like a float. No, I'm gonna clear out a space first. They do this really nice. Oh, I don't have a hoe anymore.
Matt
I
says,
died
my
earlier.
only dream in this world was to make my friends play Valheim with me. The day after I succeeded, God took power from me for 3 days. I'm a spirit, I've died.
We've barely made it any further than you had, Matt, so we were very happy to still continue once you get
We
here.
have missed playing with Matt so much. This is mostly just a coping technique to get through the days that Matt cannot play with us.
The Bronze Age is very hard to get through. Turns out. Why am I here? I need a hoe. We may have made it like a tad bit further than we did in yours, just like in terms of resources.
Another fun thing about the multiplayer of this game is it really does feel like you have to rely on each other to survive.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Playing this game alone feels like it would be really, really lonely.
Yeah, well, I felt that way with any kind of like survival creation game. I never was able to do Minecraft single player. It just felt depressing.
Just Jen says next week I'll have students in my classroom. And I don't get my second vaccine dose until Wednesday. There aren't substitutes anymore. That makes sense. So I'll be feeling awful from the vaccine and still in school. Yeah, it really sucks how, like... like, I knew the government, when faced with this kind of stuff, was gonna let us all down. But it's really funny how they were like, you know what? First to go, teachers. Fuck them. Who needs them?
Yeah.
Like, all of the people that, like, that everyone was like, these are the people we care about the most. These are heroes of our country. And then they're like, but could you die? Just, like, you know, it'd be easier on us if you died. We could just deal with that better. And, I know this because Ian and Rachel are teachers. And, they really got the short end of the stick for the COVID stuff. Did they even get the vaccine?
No. We would have heard about it if they did, I assume.
I don't know. Let's see. Huh.
My expectations were low, but wow. Right?
Yep.
I'm kind of happy for the generation of people that have been made very aware that they were considered expendable and just what they decide to do with that.
Wow, we didn't start a revolution.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm with you on that.
The ground is not level enough.
Eat the rich.
Or stay inside and play video games for 3 days straight, you know, whatever.
Right, there has to be a good combination of both people, you know? The world needs both.
Well.
What do you mean, well? Which one don't they need?
Us.
Which one are we?
We are... Which one are we? We are the YouTubers that can take 3 days off to play a video game and not have anything happen to them.
Eat the rich in spirit, then, I guess. I'm just saying, I would have been part of the revolution if it weren't for COVID.
Let's see. Actually, I think I like your method of building like a little bit of a raised platform first. I think I'll do that.
What are you gonna build? Chat, tell them what to build.
I'm gonna build a little hut so they can just see how it works.
Okay.
Is that not exciting enough?
Carlos says, careful what you wish for, man. Patient said, I ate the rich. It was dry and tasteless. Matt says, I would have been a part of the revolution if... Matt's very upset that I was not more a part of the revolution. Matt and I have had long talks about who would be the main character in the exciting story of actually doing something with our lives. And it ain't me. Build a statue of Matlock. No.
Don't know how to do that out of wood, which is pretty much all I have.
Yeah, when do we get stone?
I don't know. I have witnessed stone buildings, like ruins of them out in the distance, but I assume we need like hard enough metals to cut stone to be able to then assemble that, and we haven't gotten there yet.
He even texted you and you don't have your phone on, so you wouldn't even know.
What did he text me about? Oh crap. Okay.
Says he can't get his car defrosted.
Damn.
That blows. Hope he's okay.
Why is my phone not making sounds? It's on. Did you just do that, or was it already?
You sent that 30 minutes ago.
Right, did you turn it on?
No.
Oh.
These chips are tasteless. Show chat. Can't see chat.
Oh.
Matt says, build a coffin for my broken heart.
So I'm not a huge fan of the way these posts are going through here. You don't have to do it like this. I'm just doing it quickly to show you guys kind of how it works. Under normal circumstances, I would position it better.
Popping through the floor.
That's because I put the post down first and then started building out from there.
Oh.
But the way they handle collisions is nice because you can have that happening if you want it to, or you can change it so that it doesn't. Get some stairs on there so we can climb up.
Huh. Virginia's governor is a pediatrician, so it's a big deal getting vaccine rolled out as fast as possible.
Interesting.
What is interesting? Let me introduce you to Ted Cruz. Not Ted Cruz. I meant to say Greg Abbott. I guess you just get all the spineless creeps mixed up.
What is Ted Cruz again? Is he a senator of ours? Is that what he is right now?
Who cares?
They all kind of trade jobs. It's always the same people though.
There was a I just passed a headline that says, like, Ted Cruz can make no excuses for his comments about California. He like joked about California's like ability to handle like weather systems and how crap they are at it.
Wow, what a cool guy.
And then people were like, hey, remember when you said this? And he was like, oops. I didn't read the article, don't come at me. Look at us just spouting political nonsense. Don't cancel us. Cancel us. You know, maybe it'll make us famous.
Not liking Ted Cruz? I don't even think people who are like in Ted Cruz's party like Ted Cruz.
I'm Mixed Spooch says, are you guys still doing show and tells? Eventually I'm going to figure out how we can incorporate old elements of the show into this gaming one. Because I still want to do some stuff, but probably... I thought you died.
No.
Probably not show and tell. It's hard to stream it. Like, to download your stuff and then put it on the stream and, like, switch over. Or is that hard?
I mean, not if we put it on there ahead of time.
I think that could be fun. Especially for some of the later episodes with, like, games we've already played and stuff where we can kind of just, like, play in the background.
Yeah.
I think that would work. Matt says, I'm powering the router with a car jump kit. That actually sounds rad. Let's see. I was worried about us having political opinions, but turns out Chad is more brutal than we are. Carl says Rush Limbaugh perished, so that's nice.
Let's see. This is a bit tight compared to some of the other ones.
I would never publicly wish death upon someone. Publicly. Publicly, yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I was just making sure. Like, I had to say it over and over again to see if I meant it. That last chip tasted like soap. It's probably karma for speaking shit about people. I feel like something just happened in my life.
There we go.
I wanted to tell you guys about it. What was it? What was I gonna say?
Yeah,
It was on Reddit.
Like simple hut, right?
That's cute as fuck. Look at you.
Yeah, it's a bit squat. Normally, I'd add like one extra layer, so that your head isn't like, I literally can't go through the door.
Matt says, I hope Rush Limbaugh dies. To be honest, I don't know who that is. So that's why I didn't wish him dead.
He was an old like radio talk show guy.
I feel like it's so I don't know who he is, but I feel like if any person contributed to the death of mass people through policies they've created, or anyone,
he was never a politician. He's just he's an entertainer.
Like Steven Crowder.
Yeah, but before the internet, more like
I think Steven Crowder and Candace Owens and all of the conservative commentators,
like Alex Jones.
I think every single one of them, as punishment, should just sit in a room with each other.
I think they probably do.
I don't think they do.
I've
noticed that.
Scotticus Maximus, I just like that name. Says, can you excavate into the ground? Yes, I do have a pickaxe. I've not really used it to dig into the ground, but you can.
Do it. It's
can,
great. So
you can
satisfying.
just
Boom!
Actually, I don't even... You know what I haven't tried yet? Seeing how far you can go.
Oh my god. To China.
This is the rest of the stream.
Was that like... How are you gonna get out?
Can you dig caves?
Oh no,
Why haven't we dug caves yet?
Because we don't have a map. It's an adventure for map.
We've used the pickaxe to dig up, like, ores, but I haven't actually tried, like,
Matt
digging
says,
into the earth
so
yet.
when Kyle builds an exact replica of my house, it's cute. But when I live in the same house, I'm depressed. Yeah, that's because Kyle put in the effort to build it. You found one and then just said, your house is proof of your commitment issues. That's what your house is.
How low do I have to go to make it a hole and not just, like, keep carving out the top? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so maybe you can't make it looks like you can't make caves, it just keeps carving, like, the trench all the way up.
How are you gonna get out?
I'll carve my way out behind me. But yeah, see, if I go all the way down here and hit it, it carves the entire wall all the way up.
Jen says, I am fully of the do no harm philosophy. I just wish all the people who want to harm each other could, again, sit in a room together. I think that would take care of its problems. No, have you noticed conservative commentators only ever have people they disagree with on?
I guess so.
They never talk to each other. They would hate each other.
I don't know, I don't actually watch them much. I just I just see clips and things from after the fact.
Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. There was some non-news in the news today. It was Olivia Wilde, who is an actress and director and filmmaker kind of person.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how men in Hollywood don't like to play, like, supporting roles. And that it's so hard.
Yeah.
She said one of the reasons it's so hard to find female-oriented movies or with female protagonist characters is because men refuse to play supporting characters. And that's why it's not that people aren't even writing the stories necessarily. It's that actors are refusing to act in them.
Okay,
because
hold on. I think that's probably right, but
okay.
If the film industry wasn't so dead set who decide to pull that crap, I bet it wouldn't be nearly as hard, because there's a lot of actors from both genders that I bet would kill to be in a supporting role in an actual movie that are also good at it, but their name being attached to the project isn't going to do anything, so they don't get hired.
I mean, I think that's a fair criticism. I'm just mentioning, like, within its own circle.
Yeah. Your criticism is also correct. Sorry to interrupt. Your completely valid criticism with mine.
It's her criticism because she wrote a movie, or she's starring in a movie. I think she wrote the movie, and maybe is starring in it. But it was specifically, the reason it made headlines is because she called in for Harry Styles, by saying that he was really willing and excited to take a supporting role in a movie with a female main character that she, I think, had written.
Yeah.
And it made news because it was controversial because people were like, wow, calling out men for doing the absolute baseline minimum. And, yeah, I don't think that's bad. I think that we should,
Sorry, I actually missed what you were,
saying. They were angry because complimenting Harry Styles for taking a supporting role is like complimenting a man for doing the baseline amount of work. I don't care.
You don't care about complimenting, like, you think that's fine?
I think both criticisms are fair.
Yeah.
I'm truly centrist on that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, if you want to be the person who calls out men for doing literally the baseline, okay. And if you want to be the person who rewards men for doing the baseline, okay.
Well, at least encourages the behavior to some degree, right?
I just thought it was interesting because that's just another example of what's happening in Hollywood. It didn't really occur to me.
Yeah.
I just figured, like, actors are excited to take on cool roles, but...
yeah, that's what I figured.
It's not true.
But I guess you and I'm a little bit... I've interacted with, like, the, you know, the up-and-coming actor scene to some degree, and I freaking love those people.
Yeah.
I don't like any of the crew at that level, but I really like the actors, like, at our level, because they just want to go do it, and there's a lot of them that are really good. We had, like, all the actors on Skyvault were fantastic and deserve a lot of stuff, and they were, you know, I mean, when you're new to it, you're willing to do all kinds of things to get your foot in the door. Including have supporting roles. Like, that seems like a pretty basic thing.
An interesting conversation in chat. The boy says, let's make generalizations
Boy.
about half the populations, and all I can think about is the sticker on the bottom of my mug. Where is it? Oh, I think it says.
It's, oop. I just wanted to show him some sailing, so I'm heading out in the boat for a bit.
This is the sticker on the bottom of my cup. It's reference to a song that both criticizes and calls to attention the generalizations about men.
Ooh, this is nice.
While also correctly making generalizations about men. Anyway, I don't actually know. Chat is such a bad way to have important conversations, especially like with us, because we just have the platform.
Let's have a detailed conversation where we can perpetually talk over you and interrupt anything you're saying.
About men. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, please watch it.
I have not tried the new boat yet. This
See,
is super
Ocean.
cool.
See, this scares me because that's the same font
Let's
and like.
find out.
What if the Kraken comes out?
Then it's fine because we have the save backed up.
It's the same font that happens when you find a new biome. No.
I have not been out in the water when it's raining yet.
It gets really bad when it's raining.
So the way the sailing works, if you look over on the side, there's like 4 states of sail, which is closed, half open, half mast, I guess, and full mast. And then you have the little circle over there showing the boat and the wind relative to the boat. And you just got to be facing the right direction, and that's the way the wind goes. Except unlike in Wind Waker, you can't control the direction of the wind. You just kind of have to work with it because it changes.
Matlock says you can back up your saves.
Yes, I found.
You can just like transfer 2 files over to a different computer, and you just have the whole game saved.
I just found the save location because we needed to move it from Allison's laptop, which was previously hosting it, onto a desktop computer, and they're small files, so you can just copy and paste it.
Are you sure that boat is ocean-worthy? No. I don't
Nope.
know what he's doing.
I don't even know where I'm going.
The boy says, yeah, but when there's only 30 people in chat, it's not awful. I mean, don't let me stop you from having important conversations with people. I'm just here for the ride. Oh, you guys said something else. I forgot.
There's the Black Forest over here to my left, with all the really tall trees.
Oh, I'm excited. The Black Forest is so pretty and really spooky.
There are these,
Got so much troll.
I was gonna say, another reason we're not... Oh, there he is right there. See that big blue boy off in the distance?
Go to him. They can't see him.
These guys are the worst, because if they hit you at all, you die.
Go to him, child.
I'm gonna see if I can pelt him with arrows from a distance.
Y'all's conversation is reminding me about the girl who went viral. I saw this on Philip DeFranco. The girl who went viral... You remember the girl who had her dog unleashed in the park and was being recorded by a black man?
Yeah.
And he told her to leash her dog, and she called the cops and said she was being threatened by a black man.
Yeah.
And was like panicking and choking her dog to death.
I need boat brakes.
What?
Stop boat.
Oh, boat brakes. Anyway, she apparently like went to this big character rehabilitation program that teaches you about like...
Oh wait, that was who that was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that's who that was.
What do you mean? Did you hear about the rehabilitation stuff?
Well, wait, are you talking about the one that Leon Lash made the video about? Or somebody
Yes.
else?
I mean, a lot of people made videos about it. It was really big at the time.
Uh-oh.
You're stuck.
I might be in trouble.
Go the other way.
Let's see if I can, if I can scoot around this rock here.
I think this girl is distinguishable by the fact that she was literally choking her dog because she was panicking so bad.
Right.
That
No, I remember that video,
Yeah.
and then Leon Lush just did the video. We just watched the video about the woman that was freaking out in the Target. Is that the same person, or is that 2 different people?
2 different people.
Okay, okay.
This is the girl in the park who called and said that a black man was
I
harassing
remember
her.
that.
So she went through, so like, I thought it was interesting because it was kind of a put your money where your mouth is kind of thing. A lot of like left and liberal people are very much for like rehabilitation and not prison and like other types of punishments.
Yeah.
Like they're very for the idea of like don't punish the person, change the person. I just thought it was interesting that she went through like a race sensitivity program. I don't know, I cannot speak to the credibility of it, but it's the first time I've ever heard about something like that happening.
They do that like at offices and stuff. I'm sure it means nothing.
Well,
it's
I
just
don't
like
know,
a
but that's
personal
what I don't
PR
know.
move.
I don't know if it's like something paid for by like Walmart.
Ooh, you can shoot while in the driver's seat.
You can shoot arrows? Hit that bitch. See if he swims.
Is it actually shooting?
No.
It's targeting, but it's not actually letting the shot loose.
Ian McSpooge says, always try to be a better person than the day before. Always be the person your dog or cat thinks you are. good advice. Just Jen says, my cat thinks I'm an asshole because I don't constantly feed them. Well, then it sounds like you are meeting the standards, and you don't have to like go any further. Like, if your cat thinks the worst of you, then all you're doing is just better than the expectations of your animals. So, can you? Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Did that hit him?
Why are you aiming so high? Get his butt.
It's true. I guess I don't really have to be picky.
Ooh. He can't even do nothing. I don't think you're hitting him anymore. I think you're too far.
I can see it hit him though.
Oh, is that what's happening?
I don't know if it's registering the hit, but it looks like it's hitting him.
Empyrean Warrior says, make it your mission to get to the edge of the world. The boy says, the boy, that's literally his name. I'm right wing and rehab is better in every way. Moo. It's rich losers that like endless prison.
The only war is the class war. Changed my mind.
Huh.
Anyway, we're at the end of the stream here, so
Are we?
if you guys want to send some push the buttons, this has been Valheim.
Matt
Highly
says,
recommend.
Is that bow better? Doesn't look as
Yes,
garbage. That
yes.
bow's really good.
It's a game changing tool. Honestly, we just made them for the first time, and it makes a huge difference.
But before we get off, show them what the Black Forest looks like. It's so pretty.
You want me to actually like go in it?
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? I mean,
That guy.
well,
That's the worst that could happen.
there's a lot more forest than that one edge right there.
I wonder how many arrows it would take to take him down.
Oh, he coming.
Oh, he mad now.
Kyle, you're landing. He's gonna get you.
Oh crap! Oh crap! He's
Wait, does he
walking out
live
in the water.
Does he live in the water?
I don't know.
He's just sad. He's just pouting. He's like, wow. Look how sad he looks. Huh. He broke his little troll heart.
Let me see if I can just drift over to the shore here and then
What
hop
happens
out.
if I eat a whole bag of these?
You probably just die. The Empyrean Warrior says ram him.
I think that would actually hurt the boat more, because the boat takes damage.
Yeah, how's the boat doing? That's actually fine.
Yeah, you didn't hit anything, except the land just then.
This is what Black Forest looks like. It is very pretty.
I like how while existing in a very zen game with literally no political influence and you can just do whatever you want, we still only talk about It's me, it's my fault. I encourage this.
It happens.
This is so pretty.
Yeah.
I can't believe how pretty this is. And then you walk up to a tree and it's made of 10 pixels and you're like, how did they pull this off?
This is a dungeon entrance.
It looks like a little mushroom.
You can go inside there and there's like... The dungeons aren't like a huge part of the game, which I like.
Mark
They're
it
just
on
little
the map.
caves. It already is actually. But also we're not using this save.
Wait, yours automatically marks dungeons?
No, we just already found that one.
Wait, we did?
Yeah.
I thought you boated to a different island.
No, I didn't actually go that far.
Oh.
We've already been here.
Push the button. Matlock gets power and water, but Valheim disappears. No.
Sorry, Matt.
I
Actually,
know-
he probably
I know-
wouldn't push
yeah,
that button
I know
either.
Matt likes this game more than he likes living. So, you know. Push the button. You can reverse climate change, but you can never use the comforts of modern technology again. No. No.
No?
I think climate... I think...
No?
I think climate change is bad. Don't get me wrong. But climate change is something that people will suffer from their own consequences of existing.
3 hits. My new bronze axe.
Oh, I thought you were agreeing with me.
No, I was just proudly watching my bronze
I
axe
think
tear
climate
this
change
tin
is
apart.
bad, and I think it hurts people, but I think it's consequences of people existing. And if we're going to have to continue to exist, I think that we suffer the consequences of our own actions, or make up for them, and keep the technology that makes life worth living. Like, reverse climate change and reverse technology is just going back in time, which doesn't sound worth it to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I agree.
No?
But I'm also not focusing enough to actually construct like a counter
You're so
argument.
excited about your tin collecting.
Well, what I'm realizing is we definitely should be taking the boat to go get tin.
What is that?
That's so big.
I haven't seen one of them before. it looked like a antlered Squidward.
It's the brute, right? Oh no, it's the shaman.
Oh, why does it look funky?
I don't know.
Matt says I'm gonna go get carbon monoxide poisoning and dream of better friends before my brain shuts off. If you really want energy and like heat and warmth and food more than this game, fine. I guess. The boy says, have you guys played Kenji? I don't know what that is actually. I've never heard it. But I will play it if you want me to.
Yeah, we're still taking, there's a Google Doc thing shared in the Discord, I believe, for putting game suggestions in, which we will reference at some point. We've had enough to keep going for now.
We need to start a civilization with chat in this game.
Like in here?
Yeah, the rest of the week we will find a spot that chat likes, we'll build a building that chat likes, and we'll make a chat world.
Oh, I thought you meant open it for them to join.
Oh, that would be rad.
Could do something like that.
Let's do that, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Just start a new map and have them join in.
Yeah, for anyone who wants to download this game, you can play with us tomorrow night. We're not doing like voice chat or anything, but join the game. And I trust you guys not ruin shit. I don't know, that's probably a mistake.
It's a small enough group. I'm sure they're not going to do anything dumb.
Hopefully Matt will join. Hopefully Matt can join.
I also just want to play more on our own server though. But yeah, look at all this tin stuff. Like if we just take a boat around the shore, we could just like hop off, grab the tin, and jump back on. That's definitely what we should do next.
True.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there though. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, this drifted up slowly.
It was me. I did it.
Oh, okay. Yep, here I go dying. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back tomorrow at 7.
Yeah, I'm Mixed Booge says, how much was it? It's $20.
It's $20, yeah.
What's the max player size? 10.
I think it's 10, yeah. Which should be fine for this
I'm buying the game now.
Level.
Yeah, come play with us. I mean, we won't, like, talk to you in-game. We'll talk to you in chat. But...
Highly recommend getting it. It's been super fun. And yeah, I guess we'll play that for the rest of this week. I would like to get back... I want to do more Stardew also. Yeah. I want to get back to that because we were having fun with that game and there's still a lot more to do on that one.
Sure. You were just so excited about this, we had to do it tonight.
Yeah, no, I wanted to show it off because we've been playing this for so long.
I'm coming down from my caffeine anxiety now.
That's
I
good.
Feel like someone punched me in the gut.
Alright, see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye. Have a good night.
Goodbye.